The Ohio House voted to override Governor Mike DeWine's veto of House Bill 68, which would have made it illegal for healthcare professionals to provide gender-affirming care to transgender children. Now the decision heads to the Senate. Neil Fisher has been following this since the vote this afternoon and has reaction.
Hey, good evening, Betsy. 65 members of the Ohio House voted to override Governor DeWine's veto of House Bill 68. And on January 24th, the Ohio Senate will vote. If both chambers override the governor's decision, it would become law 90 days after the final vote.
After 65 members of the Ohio House voted to override Governor Mike DeWine's decision to veto House Bill 68,
it's a sad day here in Ohio.
The decision rests in the hands of Ohio's Republican majority Senate. ACLU Deputy Policy Director Colin Marazzi tells 3 News he believes the Senate will have the votes to override the governor's veto.
If the Senate does override the governor's veto, what that means is that politicians in Columbus are yet again inserting themselves into private doctor's appointments and medical rooms.
Meanwhile, State Senator and Minority Leader Nikki Antonio, a member of the LGBTQ community, also feels discouraged.
Clearly, in the state of Ohio right now, one has to fight to be able to even exist.
Alongside Antonio, Education and Advocacy Coordinator of the LGBT Community Center of Greater Cleveland, Lizzie Bjork, remains hopeful that the governor's veto will remain in place.
We're not going to give up. We're not going to throw in the towel at any point. And I think it's really important to trans youth, to trans adults, to everyone who loves a trans person that we continue fighting.
But on the other side of the aisle, those who voted to override the governor's decision say it's a, quote, vote to protect women and children. State Representative Melanie Miller of Ashland released a statement which said in part, quote, we must protect our children from making life-altering decisions at such an early age. Decisions that they will never be able to reverse, end quote. And as the Senate prepares to vote in 2 weeks, Minority Leader Antonio believes that if the Senate overrides the governor's veto, there will be a long road before HB 68 becomes law.
I think there's going to be a lot of activity in the courts. I certainly believe there'll be legal challenges.
Now, as mentioned, if both chambers vote to override Governor DeWine's decision, House Bill 68 would go into effect 90 days after the final vote, barring any legal barriers. And to clarify for viewers, House Bill 68 is different from the executive order Governor DeWine recently signed to ban gender-affirming surgeries for minors. Betsy?
Neil Fisher, thanks for being in studio with us tonight.